Rural America and red states, they want their vote back because Donald Trump's about to kill a wildly popular and successful economic engine of a fund that brought broadband and fiber optics to rural America and poor areas, allowing them to create high-tech jobs and data centers. I mean, independent economists in the bipartisan commission that looked at this before it was passed said it was going to create 500,000 jobs and $3 trillion worth of economic growth. But Donald Trump doesn't like that. Why, you may ask? Because there's a misalignment between what Elon Musk wants to accomplish as a satellite internet provider and what the fiber optic companies were accomplishing with creating parity. So you had high-speed internet. You had the ability to compete in rural Alabama or Louisiana with somebody sitting in Phoenix. Those days will be over as the Starlink program comes in to give you dodgy internet service that won't allow you to either work from home or get a high-tech job or bring high-tech jobs and data centers and other AI aspects of the economy to your community. I'm Michael Popok. You're on Legal AF. Let's get to it. A little covered program, but one that was bipartisan. Red state governors loved. They're ready to deploy it. If they haven't spent all the money yet, it's all shovel ready, was the BEAD program. Elon Musk has hated the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program, probably because it has the word equity in it, which really meant parity, meaning we want to bring, not a leveling, but we want to bring an equality of broadband internet access through fiber optics to rural America. That's what the Biden administration was all about, investing in infrastructure, investing in people, investing in the future. That's why the dividends from the Biden era investments won't be seen for years, but when they do, it'll put America in a much better place. Donald Trump hates it because Elon Musk hates it. When you own 62% of the satellites in operation and you want to use that for cheap, dodgy, sketchy internet service that's nowhere near the speed requirements, the velocity requirements of high tech, then you're going to push the president to cut it. More to the point, you're going to push the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, formerly of Cantor Fitzgerald, now run by his children. You're going to push him. When Lutnick was asked during the confirmation process, will you ensure right now to the American people that you won't end the BEAD program? And all the red states were like, tell us you're not going to end the BEAD program because we like that and the $3 trillion worth of economic growth. I'm not going to make any representations. I'm going to look carefully at the program. I'm going to analyze the program. Whatever the cheapest provider of internet for rural areas, that's the one I'll probably go with. Hint, hint, that means satellite. For those that have satellite service for the internet and maybe saw and got the taste of high-speed internet, fiber optic internet at some point in their life, tell me how it's working for you in comments, please. I'd like to know. I know people that live in rural upstate New York that have Starlink. It is terrible. It is terrible. You can't even have a Zoom call with them because they just blink out halfway through it. That's no way to create new jobs. And I'm not talking about at McDonald's. I'm talking about high-tech jobs. Donald Trump likes to tell American people during his fake State of the Union address last night, he likes to tell them, I'm going to create a new economy for everybody. It's going to be an internet economy. It's going to be a Bitcoin economy. It's going to be an AI economy. Okay. Well, you just cut out 23 or 24 states that don't have fiber optics as the backbone of their infrastructure. I know Donald Trump and Musk think equity is always bad. Oh, it had equity in it. We got to get rid of everything with equity. Diversity, equity, inclusion, gone. Broadband equity. I don't like any equity. I don't like any parity. Only the rich should survive. It's Hobbesian. It's Darwinian. Only the rich survive. I mean, what are we doing? This is like the purge. I am all about things that give people a helping hand and a hand up, right? And a hand up. Public school. I went to public school. I turned out all right, reasonably. The internet is like public school. It's a utility. It's like, to have high-speed internet these days is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's a utility. Everybody needs it. That kid my daughter's 8 months old. That 8-month-old sitting in Alabama, that baby should have the same equivalent rights and access to our society and our community as my daughter, at least in terms of technology. Yeah. It shouldn't be, I have fiber optic, I found it. I spent an entire day with a guy to install it. I then drilled a lot of holes into the house, but I have it, you know? And therefore I can participate appropriately. I can have a podcast. I can do YouTube. I can do videos. I can do other things related to AI. Everybody should have that right. But Lutnick doesn't see it that way. You know, all his kids went to private school. All his kids went to Stanford and Yale or wherever the heck they went. These people are so far removed from the common American person, the average American person, the salt of the earth person, that they can't even make a decision. They're so conflicted between their economic conflicts, their ethical conflicts, and they're being so attenuated from, you know, I tell the story of my own life. I graduated a top 10 law school, but the pay in the second job that I got was relatively low for that era. And at one point, trying to support my mother in a not in a nursing home yet, but needed support in my family, my own family, and all of that. I at one point during the first or second year in my job, I had to choose between paying the light bill or going to Pizza Hut. I paid the light bill, but I know what it's like to live check to check at some point in your life. Okay, I worked in a fast food restaurant when I was 15 at a mall. Okay. So I have a natural affinity and empathy with people, regardless of their current economic situation. Can't say that about most people. Can't say that about this administration, who are completely divorced from American values. So here's what's going to happen. To benefit Elon Musk and help him make more billions and billions of dollars, they're going to kill the BEAD program. They're going to say, oh, we just did it because, you know, I could just see Howard Lutnick now. We're technologically agnostic. We'll choose the one that provides the quickest way to the internet for people. Yeah? Why don't you put rabbit ears on top of their houses and tinfoil while you're at it? How about I climb up on my telephone pole outside with a satellite dish and see if that works? Yeah? Why do the poor and rural states who are red, who voted for Donald Trump, why are they the first ones to get the axe in any of his new domestic policies? I ask you that. Veterans trashed. Veterans fired by this president in numbers we've never seen before. Veteran affairs hollowed out and trashed. You know, programs that help the poor and infrastructure cut. You know, all the programs that red states liked about the Biden administration, gone. I'll continue to follow it all right here on Legal AF. Take a minute. We're going to turn the odometer this weekend to over 500,000 subscribers in less than 6 months. That's because of you. I'm doing my part curating this channel at the intersection of law and politics, but you're the reason. You're building this network with us with our bare hands and making our journey part of your own, which we really appreciate. So until my next hot take, I'm Michael Popok, and I'm reporting. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.